Hello and welcome to a quick look at Pokémon Sword and Shield. This is Sword version, the version I opted for because in general I like the exclusives slightly better. So I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I wasn't sure about the game. I waited about a week because I wanted to see how people reacted to it. And word of mouth was positive enough that I decided to go for it. And I'm actually really happy that I did, because I'm probably enjoying this the most I've enjoyed a Pokemon game in some time. Definitely more than X and Y, probably Pokemon Black and White, which is probably an unpopular opinion. I wasn't the biggest fan of those games. I know they're very polarizing for people, but I tend to be in the disliking Black and White camp for very specific reasons. And I think I'm also enjoying it more than Sun and Moon, but that's a little bit harder to tell because I think I need to get a little farther before I can say I like it more than Sun and Moon, because I actually enjoy Sun and Moon quite a bit. To put things in perspective, my favorite Pokemon Gen is Gen 4, specifically Platinum and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Honestly, Platinum is my nostalgic favorite because Diamond and Pearl was my first Pokemon game. Convenient that I'm saying this as we pass Stunky, but Heart Gold Soul Silver is probably my overall favorite just because it refines some of the problems with Platinum, and it's just a really solid remake of Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal. My next favorite gen is Gen 3 because I like Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald. But after that, I haven't really played a ton of Pokemon. By the time I'd gone through all of those games, Black and White came out, and I was so burnt out with Pokemon that I kind of didn't enjoy it as much as most did. So I don't even think Black and White's that bad. Like, I know a lot of people just downright dislike the game. I don't think I dislike the game. I just think I was too burnt out to really enjoy it. So I took a break from Pokemon, came back for X and Y, didn't really enjoy X and Y that much. It's fine, but it's very not memorable. I occasionally read things about the story and read back characters and think, wow, how do I not remember any of this? Sun Moon is really good. I just wish it was a little less talky at certain points. It's very dialogue heavy, and this game actually is less dialogue heavy, which is nice. It also gives me a little bit of a Unova vibe, or Gen 5 vibe, in that there are mostly new Pokemon. This obviously isn't a good area, because the wild area does feature a lot of older Pokemon, but I've seen a lot more new Pokemon and old Pokemon in general. And I generally like the new Pokemon a lot. I don't know how many of them are going to be overall favorites for me, but I do enjoy a lot of the new Pokemon designs. Obviously, on the subject of Pokemon, I should address the whole National Pokédex controversy where they took out a ton of Pokemon. So that was one of the things I was really conflicted about going into this game, that this game has about 400 Pokemon, and a lot of favorites got cut, and all of my favorite Pokemon are absent. And in practice, I'm not as bothered by it as I thought I would be, because I am enjoying having an excuse to actually use new Pokemon. I don't have the luxury of just relying on like a Vulpix or a Raichu, or actually, you can probably catch a Pikachu somewhere now that I think about it, but like, I haven't seen one yet. Like, I know in Sun and Moon you can catch a Pikachu super early on. But yeah, the lack of certain returning Pokemon, a lot of my favorites being missing, does give me an opportunity to try new Pokemon. Like, my team is entirely new Pokemon. Krabby's here because I caught Krabby earlier, and I forgot to put him in the Pokebox. But yeah, I'm happy with my team because I get to experiment with new Pokemon. I'm intentionally limiting myself to only Galar region Pokemon just as a sort of a challenge. And on the whole, I also feel like the graphics, while not good, are definitely not as bad as I was thinking they would be. Like, I fully admit this ground texture kind of looks like something you'd see in like Metal Gear Solid 3 for the PS2, but I think the art direction is strong enough to kind of hide some of the flaws. Definitely this game could have been cleaner looking and should have been better looking than it is, but I'm not as bothered by it than I thought I would be. And a lot of it comes down to the fact that I'm just generally having fun exploring. Like, this wild area is so... it's so interesting to see what an open world Pokemon could look like. It's a little taste of an open world Pokemon, and I really hope they capitalize on it for future games. I'm not sure if they will, but I do hope Game Freak is given the proper time and resources to really flesh out Pokemon, because I think Sword and Shield is a fantastic foundation of an HD Pokemon game, but I don't think it is actually a fantastic HD Pokemon game. I think it's very lacking because of a lot of cut corners. Like, if there were about 600 to 700 Pokemon, I don't think people would have been as upset about the National Dex. But 400 is kind of on the low side. It's less than half. The lack of, like, decent graphics definitely isn't great. Honestly, I haven't had that many performance problems, though. A lot of people say the wild area kind of chugs, but I haven't noticed it personally. Maybe I've just gotten really lucky. But yeah, on the whole, while I don't think this game is, like, amazing, I don't think it's like the best Pokemon game ever, I'm just genuinely having a really good time with it. Maybe it's because I like open worlds, maybe it's because I'm an Anglophile, but I am enjoying the setting, the characters. Like, Hop as a rival he's actually not bad. I think people are giving him a lot of flack, but I don't entirely see why, because he's actually kind of cool in a sort of interesting way that I won't go into because potential spoilers. But yeah, this feels like a good stepping stone, but it also doesn't feel like an evolution. Or maybe it does feel like an evolution and not really like a true, like, full step into HD. Like, it kind of just feels like any other Pokemon game, but a little bit more open, because you have an open world section. And I don't entirely know how much of this is going to carry over, because I'm not sure how the reception of this game is, because there's a lot of positive reception and negative reception, and I hope they can really take both to heart. Because there's a lot of people who are just really upset about different things, and there's people who love different things. And I really hope they can properly parse out proper feedback, because there are really good aspects of this game, like objectively really good things about this game. But it's kind of marred by some really poor directorial choices, and also seemingly a lack of proper development time. In any case, if you're on the fence about Pokemon Sword or Shield, I would say look up a playthrough. That's what I did. I saw a couple different people stream the game and they really loved it. So I decided, hey, I want to try it because it looks really good from what they're showing. And I don't regret it because I'm having a blast so far. But not everyone is going to be like that. There are a lot of people who just can't enjoy this game because of all of the flaws it has, and that's fine too. Not everyone is going to have the same, is going to be able to overlook the same things. I know that Pokemon. I don't know what it's called though. Pidove. In any case, yeah, I would definitely recommend looking into it first, not doing like a blind buy potentially, like watching some early game content get a feel for if you like the direction of this game. But in any case, I would recommend it personally, but again, I tend to be fairly easygoing when it comes to games. Like again, I like Sun and Moon, and I oddly enough didn't like Pokemon Black and White as much. I need to replay Pokemon Black and White though, because now that I've given it some space, I think I'd enjoy it more. But in any case, I think I'm just rambling at this point. One last thing I did want to address is I do wish you could turn off the sidebar feed for the wireless communication, because it shows like a activity feed of Pokemon you've caught or that your friends have caught, and it's kind of intrusive, but there's no way to turn it off. But in general, the UI design is really nice. It feels Pokemon without feeling like cluttered, if that makes sense. There's an accessibility mode where you can play one-handed, kind of like Pokemon Let's Go. The music is oddly locked behind an item, a key item you get in one of the first towns. That is a decision I wouldn't have gone with, but okay. Autosaves. Apparently it's recommended to turn autosaving off because of potential SD card issues, so I just have it off. There's also camping, which is like the Pokemon Ami, however it's said. That feature from X and Y, I think, and also Sun and Moon, Pokemon Camp. There's Dynamaxing, which is like basically like a Mega Evolution sort of a concept. But yeah, on the whole, I think I can recommend this game. I've vlogged, I think I'm actually getting close to 6 hours now because of how long this video took to record, to be honest. But yeah, I would recommend it. Definitely look into it first and see if this is your kind of game. If not, maybe wait for a price drop, because content-wise, playtimes are varying wildly. I've seen people beat in like 10 hours, I've seen people beat in like 50 to 60 hours, I've seen people who just get stuck in a wild area for 10 to 15 hours. So it really depends on your playstyle, your approach to Pokemon, whether you can sort of accept this game for what it is and overlook the many flaws it does have. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to keep playing, but I am going to call it here for this video. So in any case, thank you for watching, and yeah, if you decide to pick up the game, I hope you enjoy it, and if you don't think it's worth it, then I hope, what am I trying to say here? Then that's fine too, basically. It's definitely the most polarizing game, and again, I do hope Game Freak can properly learn something from the very mixed critical response to this game. But yeah, in any case, thank you for watching.